The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Powerful lessons in personal change. Destined to be personal leadership handbook of the decade. Scott DeGarmo. Stephen Covey has written a remarkable book about the human condition, so elegantly written, so understand of our embedded concerns, so useful for our organization and personal life. And that is going to be my gift to everyone I know. Warren Bennis, author of On Becoming a Leader. I never known any teacher or mentor on improving personal effectiveness to generate such an overwhelming positive reaction. This book captures beautifully Stephen's philosophy of principles. I think anyone reading it will quickly understand the enormous reaction I and others have had to Dr. Covey teachings. Jordan Pieper, President, Protector, and Gamble. Stephen Covey is an American Socrates, opening your mind to the permanent things, values, family relationship, communicating. Brain Tracy, author of Psychology of Achievement. Stephen R. Covey books teach with power, conviction, and feeling. Both the content and methodology of these principles form a solid foundation for effective communication. As an educator, I think this book to be a significant addition to my library. William Rolfe Kerr, Youth Communication of Higher Education. Few students of management or organization and people have thought as long and hard about first principles as Stephen Covey. In the Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, he offers us an opportunity, not a how to guide. The opportunity is to explore ourselves and our impact on others, and to do so by taking advantage of profound insight. It is a wonderful book that could change your life. Tom Peters, author of In Search of Excellence. The ethics of basic human relations in this book defines a way of life, not just a methodology of succeeding at business, that it work in apparent that its work is apparent. Bruce L. Christensen, President, Public Broadcasting Service. At a time when American organization desperately needs to energize people and produce leaders at all levels, Covey provides an empowering philosophy for life. This is also the best guarantee of success in business, a perfect blend for wisdom, compassion, and practical experience. Rosabeth Mills Cantor, editor of Harvard Business Review and author of When Giant Learns to Dance. I have learned so much from Stephen Covey over the year that every time I sit down to write, I worried about subconscious plagiarism. Stephen Habit is not pop psychology or trendy self-help. It is a solid wisdom and sound principles. Richard M. Eary, author of Life Balance and Teaching Children Values. We could do all to make the reading and use of this book a requirement for anyone at any time of public service. It would be far more effective than any legislation regarding ethical conduct. Senator Jake John, just first senator in space. When Stephen Covey talks, executive listens. Done Business Month. Stephen Covey inspirational book will undoubtedly be the psychology handbook of the 90s. The principles of discuss are universal and can be applied to every aspect of life. These principles, however, are like an opera. They cannot simply be performed, they must be rehearsed. Ariel Baby Mozzo Soprano Metropolitan Opera. I found this book stimulating and thought provoking. In fact, I keep referring to it. Richard M. DeVos, President Amway. Winning is a habit, so is losing. 25 years of experience, thought, and research have convinced Covey that seven Habit distinguish the happy, healthy, successful from those who fail and who must sacrifice meaning and happiness for success is the narrow sense. Ron Zenkiv, co-author of The Service Age and Service America. Stephen R. Covey is a marvelous human being. He writes insightfully and he cares about people. The equivalent of an entire library of success literature is found on this one volume. The principles he teach in the seven habits of highly effective people have made a real difference in my life. Ken Blanchard, PhD, author of One Minute Manager. The seven habits are a key to success for people in all walk of life. It is very thought provoking. Edward A. Bremen, Chairman, President, and CEO, SARS, Roebuck and Company. Covey validates the durable truth as they apply to family, business, and society in general, sparing us the psychobabble that pollutes so much of current literature on human relation. His book is not a photograph but a process and should be treated as such. He is neither an optimist nor a pessimist but a possibilist who believes that we and we alone can open the door to change within ourselves. There are many more than seven good reasons to read this book. Steve, Executive Director, International Radio and Television Society. Knowledge is the quickest and safest path to success in any area of life. Stephen Covey has encapsulated the strategies used by all those who are highly effective. Success can be learned, and this book is a highly effective way to learn it. Charles Given, President Charles J. Given's organization, author of Wealth Without Risk. I know of no one who has contributed more to help leaders in our society than Stephen R. Covey. There is no literate person in our society who would not benefit by reading this book and analyze applying its principle. Senator Orion G. Hatch. One of the greatest habits you can develop is to learn and internalize the wisdom of Stephen Covey. He lives what he say and his this book can help you live permanently in the winner circle. Dr. Dennis Whitley, author of The Psychology of Winning. It's a powerful reading. His principles of vision, leadership, and human relations make it a practical teaching tool for business leaders today. I highly recommend it. Nolam Archibald, President and CEO, Black and Decker. The seven habits of highly effective people suggest a discipline for our personal dealings with people, which would be undoubtedly valuable if people stop to think about it. James C. Fletcher, Director, NASA. A wonderful contribution. Dr. Covey has synthesized the habit of our highest achievers and presented them in a powerful, easy to use program we now have a blueprint for opening the American mind. Charles Garfield, author of Peak Performance. Seven Habits is an exceptional book. It does a better job of inspiring persons to integrate the different responsibility in our life, personal, family, and professional, than any other book I have read. Paul H. Thompson, Dean, School of Management, BYU, and author of Innovation. Goodbye, Dale Carnegie. Stephen Covey has had a profound influence on my life. His principles are powerful. They work by this book. Read it, and as you live the principle, your life will be enriched. Robert G. Allen, author of Creating Wealth and Nothing Down. In the 90s, America needs to unlock the door to increase productivity, both a business and personal basis. The best way to accomplish this goal is through enhancing the human resource. Dr. Covey Stephen Habits provides the guidelines for this to happen. This principle makes great sense and are right on target for the time. F. G. Buck Roger, author of The IBM Way.